In ancient Israel, during a time of great turmoil, the Philistines faced the Israelites in battle. The two armies stood on opposite hills with the valley of Elah stretching between them. The air was thick with tension as each side prepared for war. Among the Philistines was a giant named Goliath, towering over everyone at 9 feet tall. He wore a heavy bronze helmet and armor that shimmered in the sun, and he carried a massive spear that looked like a weaver's beam. For 40 days, Goliath challenged the Israelites every morning and evening to send out a champion to fight him in single combat. His voice boomed across the valley as he taunted and mocked the Israelites, saying, "Choose a man to come down and fight me. If he kills me, we will become your servants, but if I kill him, you will serve us." The Israelites were terrified. No one dared to approach Goliath. He represented not only physical might, but also the fear and doubt that can paralyze even the strongest hearts. Among the Israelite camp was a young shepherd named David, the youngest son of Jesse. He had been tending his father's sheep when he heard about the giant's challenge. Curiosity and a sense of duty led him to the battlefield to deliver food to his brothers who were fighting in the army. Upon arrival, David was shocked to see the fear gripping the hearts of the soldiers. He couldn't understand why they let Goliath intimidate them. Filled with righteous indignation, David asked, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he dares to defy the armies of the living God?" His words stirred some in the camp, but they were met with skepticism. David volunteered to fight Goliath, proclaiming that the Lord who had delivered him from the paw of the lion and the bear would surely deliver him from this giant. After much debate, King Saul reluctantly agreed to let David fight. He offered David his armor, but the young shepherd found it cumbersome and uncomfortable. Instead, David chose to take his slingshot and 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook, placing his faith not in weapons but in God. As David approached the battlefield, Goliath laughed at the sight of the young boy. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he mocked. But David stood firm, his heart filled with faith. "Listen here, Goliath," David called out. "You come at me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will give the bodies of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals." With that, David took a stone, hurled it from his slingshot, and aimed true. The stone struck Goliath in the forehead with a deafening crack. The giant stumbled and fell face first to the ground, defeated. David ran to Goliath, took the giant's sword, and cut off his head, showcasing the victory granted by faith in God. The Philistine army, witnessing the fall of their champion, turned and fled in terror. The Israelites erupted in cheers, filled with newfound courage. David's triumph over Goliath became a symbol of faith and courage, proving that no giant, be it fear, doubt, or adversity, can stand against those who trust in God. The story of David and Goliath reminds us that strength comes not from size or weapons, but from faith, courage, and the belief that with God anything is possible. It's a timeless lesson showing that even the smallest among us can achieve great victories when we rely on our faith and not merely our physical strength. Kindly like and subscribe to this channel for more Bible stories.